Okay, the volume of a cube which has edges of 4 centimeter is, so let's look at what a cube is. That's a cube not drawn to scale, and each side would be 4, so 4 4 4 4 4. Every aspect would be 4. If we're going to find the volume, it is going to be length times width times height, so everything is 4. All right, so it's let's look at the solution over here. So it's 4 times 4 times 4, which equals to 64 centimeter cube. That means our answer is D. Alright, moving on, alright, let's get back to that. Alright, so the following scores were obtained by 11 netballers in a goal shooting competition. Alright, and those are the scores: 3, 5, 11, 6, 2, 6, 4, 5, 6, 2, and 8. The question is incomplete, but this question asks for the modal score. Alright, so the modal score would be, so we're looking at what occurs most, which score occurs most, and we have 6 occurring 3 times. So the modal score would be 6. Alright. If f of x equal negative x squared minus 8, then what is f4? So here we have the value of x being 4. We're going to substitute it where we have x. So that is going to give us, so f4 would be negative 4 squared minus 8. And what's negative 4 squared? That's 16, negative 16, because 4 times 4 is 16 times the negative, which ends up with negative 16. If the negative was inside the bracket, then it would have been positive 16. Alright, so that's negative 16 minus 8, which gives us negative 24. So that means our answer is A. Alright, moving on. A and B are set such that set A equal 40 and set B equal 14. If B is a subset of A, then what is the intersection of A and B? Set A and B. Alright, let's look at the diagram. Alright, so just sketch a diagram that will give you a better view of what the question is saying. So everything in A is 40 and B is inside of A. It's a subset of A, right? So given that B is a subset of A, we know that 14 is already inside of B. So that means what is left that is not inside of B would have been 26. Alright, so that's how we got the diagram. And the intersection of A and B would be everything in B, which is 14. Alright, so that means our answer is B. Alright, moving on. For this one, if the universal set U equals 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and H is 6, 7, 8, then what is H complement? Alright, so this is asking you for what is not inside of H. So the first thing that we can do, as we did before, is to get a diagram, see what we're looking at. Alright, so here, that's U, and this would be H. And the elements in H is 6, 7, and 8. Good. And what would be left that is in U, that is not in H, will be 4, 5, and 9. Alright, good. Now we're going to find, they say H complement, so that's everything that is not in H. So what is not in H, that's H complement, that's 4, 5, and 9. So our answer is B. Alright. Next question. A mat valued at $300 is marked up by 10%. At a sale, 10% is taken off the markup price. What was the final selling price of the mat? All right. So the first thing that we're going to find out is the markup price. The person have this mat that they purchased for $300, right? And they're selling it to make a profit of 10%. So they mark that price up, right? After marking the price up, what would be the new value? So let's look at the new value. So the marked up price would be 300 times 110%, because since it's increased, we add 10% to 100, which gives us 110%, and that just gives us 330, right? Now that's the markup price, 330. The person, upon selling the mat, gives a 10% discount, right? So what is 10% of 330? That's what we're going to find now. So what's the discount? So 330. So if it's 10% discount, the new value would be 90% that would be left. Because if you take off 10%, 10 from 100%, 90 is left. So if we're discounting, to find a new value, we just multiply by 90%. You could have done it another way, which is to multiply by 10% and then do the subtraction, right? Whichever way works. Good. So the new value is 297. What is the final selling price of the mat? So the final selling price of the mat is 297. They mark it up to 330 by 10%, and it was 330. Then when the person came to purchase, they discounted it by 10%, which means that the person paid 90%, which brings the value of the mat, the selling price, to be 297. That means our answer is B. Good. All right. This question, 3 towns A, B, C are on a level ground. C is 9 kilometers east of A. The bearing of B from A is 85 degrees. And the bearing of C from B is 175 degrees. Alright? Yeah. How far is B from C? Alright, so let's look at the first part. They say C, which is here, is 9 kilometers east of A. So let's put that in. So that's C, right? That's the distance from A to C. Now drawn to scale. Alright, so we're looking at bearing. The word bearing was used, right? So we know that we're looking at bearing. 2 times the word bearing was used twice. Alright, it was used here and it was used there. So after we have drawn our first line, important thing to do is to put in your north line. Alright, so we're at A, and the next part of the question says the bearing of B from A. So if they say the bearing of B from A, means that the angle that they're talking about is actually at A, because that's where the from is. So the bearing of B from A, that means the angle is actually at A. Alright, sorry you're not able to see the question in full based on the recording software that is being used, the screen capture. Alright, so the bearing of B from A. So that means we're going to find our angle 85 degrees would actually be here at A. So let's put that in. Alright, so that's 85 degrees. Alright, and the bearing of C from B is 175 degrees. So here we have A, here we have C, so that means this point is going to be B. So let's put that in. So that's B. And we add our north line, right? So for bearing, we always add our north line. And we're going to start the 175 from our north line, come around to find our 175, and that would be about it, not drawn to scale. So we know that the angle here now, the bearing of C, the bearing of C from B, that means the angle here from the north line to the line BC is 175 degrees. Alright, so we have that. The next thing that we know is that here is 85 degrees. That means that we can find the angle here because they're co-interior angles. So we'll just do a subtraction from 180, and that would give us 95 degrees. Alright, and the angle here, we can find the angle here as well, because these are angles at a point, which adds up to 360 degrees. So we do the addition of 95 and 175, subtract it from 360, and that gives us 90 degrees. So we know that the angle right here is 90 degrees. Alright, good. So we take our time and we put in all the values that we know. If here, this here form 90 degrees, right? So this is due east. So the angle here, the entire angle here is 90 degrees. So if here is 85, then this angle right here is 5. And then the last part is here. If here is 5, here is 90, then that means the angle here must be 85. So we have all our values in. They ask us how far is B from C. B from C. So we need to find the length right here. So let's put in what we know. So to find the length here, right here, we need to determine which of the angle we're going to use. If we use 5 degrees, right, then that means this side would be opposite, this side would be adjacent, and this side would be hypotenuse, right? If here is the opposite, then that means the formula that we'd be looking for is opposite over hypotenuse, which is sine, and our options are tan and cos. So that means we cannot use the 5 degrees angle. Looking at the 85, if we use 85, that means this side here would be the opposite, the side over here would be the adjacent, and the side down here would remain the hypotenuse. Now, if we look at the side that we're trying to find, which is BC, and we have the hypotenuse, we can definitely use cos, using adjacent over hypotenuse, because we know the hypotenuse and we're trying to find the adjacent. So let's go with the solution. So the solution is that we have cos 85 equal adjacent over hypotenuse, and the adjacent side we do not know the value, so it's just BC, and the hypotenuse is oh, there's an error here in the calculation. Alright, so this should be 9. This should be 9. Alright, good. So that should be 9. Alright, so let's just go quickly to that point. Alright, so that should be 9. Oh, and there would be another error here. Let's just correct that. Alright, good. Alright, so we go through this. Alright, so that is 9. So it's going to be 9, right? And then we just cross multiply. Alright, so we'd have put that over 1, and we'd have BC equal 9 cos 85. That means our answer is D. Alright, that's it. Alright, so our answer is over here, which is D. Alright, that's it.